Okay, Matt here with Matt's Kayaking Adventures. We're at St. Thomas Access off of Route B on the Osage River. We're going to go upriver a little bit and then come back down to the truck. Should be a nice, calm, easy day. A little bit of wind. But a beautiful river. Alright, so I'm going upriver on the Osage River from St. Thomas, and I may have picked the wrong river for the day. The Osage River is at just under 15 feet, and cubic feet per second flow is just over 40,000 cubic feet a second. So I'm staying next to the bank where the current is a little bit less. I'm doing an average speed of about 2 miles an hour upriver. And I'm on the off-channel side of the river. Which makes it a little bit easier. When I start going back down, I will head more towards the middle of the river where the channel is really flowing. Go to the off-channel side of the river, and you can usually tell by watching the curves of the river what side the main flow is going to be on. The river coming downriver has a right bend to it, so I'm on the right bank. The river direction is always as you're going downriver, so my viewers may be thinking, no, you're on the left side of the river. The correct way of stating what side I'm on is I'm on river right, because distance or direction is as you're going downriver. So I'm actually river right. River has a right bend to it. So the main flow of the river is going to be river left. I hope that makes sense. Gotta watch out for these low-hanging branches. I go just out far enough to miss them. And I'm cruising about 2 miles an hour upriver which with the flow of the river isn't too terribly bad. I got a slight headwind. It's more of a gust wind, if you want to call it that, even though it's not a really strong wind. The wind is light enough when it does blow that it really doesn't affect my speed any. So that tells you it's not much of a wind at all. It is a little bit on the cool side, but it's still a beautiful day to be paddling. And the reason I'm going upriver, two reasons. First reason is this is good training for my MR 340 race. Second reason is I didn't have a shuttle. So this is a two-purpose day. Well, three, because I'm actually out here enjoying the water. One thing I want to point out real quick is some hazards. You turn around. This is what you call a strainer. Do not attempt to go through it, under it. You will have a bad day. Some branches, not that one obviously, but some branches you'll see on the river edge and you're like, well, I'm really enjoying the shade on this hot summer day. I'm enjoying the river. Oh look, there's a low branch there. I can go under that and not get out and not get away from the bank. Don't do that, because you will have a bad day. Always go around low hanging branches. These branches right here may be low hanging, but they're high enough off the water where I don't have to duck to go underneath them or nothing like that. So those kind of things are okay. It's these lower branches, like what's coming up here. So you got to duck and wiggle around to keep from hitting the branches with your head. Those are the ones that go around. You throw off your balance, your stability of your kayak, and then a good chance you're going to have a bad day. If you've practiced your self-recovery, well, I guess you can get back in the kayak. However, depending on the situation, you don't know what's under the water. So, it's just not good to go under branches that could have hazards. Right there, didn't have to duck my head or nothing. Went right under it. I'm still making good progress upriver. You just want to be careful on things like that. Now you see this hazard here in front of me. This brush sticking up out of the water. Oh, that's nothing. I can go through that. No, probably better not. Because what's going to happen is you're liable to hit something underwater, get hung up, or worse, get flipped. And then you're in all that mess, which can lead to foot entrapment and a really, really bad day. Learn to read the water, and the reason I took my path there is it was towards the bank, and reading the water, I was fairly confident there was nothing under the water that was going to give me any problems. The more you kayak, the more you'll learn how to read the water like an open book. The river's going to tell you what the intentions are. And well, in most cases. Not all. Sometimes the river will surprise you. Once you learn how to read the water and what the water on the surface is doing, you'll be able to get an idea of what's under the surface that you cannot see. Now we're going to pop through this eddy line that goes by this tree in the water. We're going to lean and just plow right through. Now we're going to get back over here. I got a little bit off in the current. And head back to shore. Getting the stiller water. I gotta go around this other obstacle. It's not giving too much of an eddy line. So we're just gonna pop right through this. Right here, I'd sure like to stay close to the bank. I'm not liking what the water's telling me underneath that tree, so we're gonna have to go around it. Kind of see by the water that I'm barely in the still water, and it's not exactly still water, but you can tell it's not moving as fast as the rest of the river. So when you're going upriver, this is the water you want to look for. tell by the water. So I'm headed downriver. And I got waves to keep me awake and, you know, rock me, soothingly rock me as I enjoy this beautiful day. I paddled 5 miles upriver. Now I'm going to paddle back downriver to the truck. I love these waves. They just make the trip more pleasant. Has a cool breeze. I can do it on the cool breeze. It's like a warm little wind. Nice thing about these set-ins, when you get dumped in water like this, you don't got to worry about getting all splashed. With the recent rain we had yesterday, the water is a bit chilly. So those splashes would make you a little chilly. We're going to go up this little side creek. There's some really pretty sights up these little side creeks sometimes. Again, here past this tree right here. Quiet water. About we paddle up through here. Just kind of drift and steer. Just see where it goes. So it looks about this is as far as I want to go. I got to be able to turn around to paddle back out of here. So right here I got just enough room to turn this 12-foot kike around and head back. But it's just so peaceful back in these little runoffs or creeks or little sloughs or whatever your name is for them. A lot of times if you're kayak camping and you're looking for a place to camp, these little places back in here offer the best campsites. Not always. Okay, there in front of us is the Osage River again. You really see it flowing. Day like today, sure beats sitting on the couch. Could be a little warmer, but you know what? It's still better sitting on the couch. So, 5 miles upriver, 5 miles downriver. And here we are at the boat ramp.